Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Chamba Jacob. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so. And if you've done so, could you please set or check if you have set the notification bell and be able to watch all my videos whenever I post. All right, so one more thing. If you've somebody or you are somebody who is looking for online tuitions, I offer online tuition in mathematics. You can just send me a message on WhatsApp number 0969175701 and you'll be part of the team. All right, so in today's video, we'll try to look at linear programming exam question. And this exam question came in 2019 and it reads, write four inequalities that define the unshaded region R on the diagram below. So let's try to check the diagram so you can see the inequalities, these inequalities, and R is over here. So we'll start with the first one, maybe this one. So the way it looks, you just check if a line is just cutting one axis. We have y-axis and x-axis, so it's cutting y-axis, meaning it's being defined by that axis. So this one is cutting the y-axis at 6, so meaning this is y. Let me write it here. Y is equal to 6. So now we need to turn this in an inequality. Since it has been shaded, if we just write y is equal to 6, it means we are forgetting about the shading. Okay, it's only the line, so we need to show that this is the inequality. So we'll say inequality 1. Over here we'll write y is less or equal to 6. So how did I know that it's less or equal to 6? So if you can see nicely, the part which is shaded here is greater, down here is less. So the unshaded region is less, the shaded is greater. So since it's more like they are cancelling the greater part, so you remain with the less. This is the less we are talking about. So we can go to the next one, which is this one. Almost the same idea. You check, since it's cutting one axis, which is x-axis, we check where is it passing. It's passing at 2. So this will be x is less or equal to 2. You see, this x-axis, this side is greater where they have shaded, and then where they have not shaded is the less part, meaning we don't want this part. What we want is less, so x is less this side. We go to the next one. The next one here, the way it looks, when you just see a line passing through 0, the two coordinates here, we can just pick anywhere. This will say it's -1, 1. This point here, it's -1, 1. The other point we can get is 0, 0. So once we have these, we can now try to work out using these. First thing, we use the formula for finding a line. There are two formulas. You can use this one. This is one of the formulas. Or you can use this one. So whichever, I'll show you on, they both work on how you're supposed to be using these two. So the first thing, we need to find m. What is our m? Let me put it here. M is the gradient. So we know the formula for finding gradient. It looks like this. This is the formula for finding gradient. So you go to the coordinates, pick. This will be our x sub 1, y sub 1. This is x sub 2, y sub 2. So what is our x sub 2? Our y sub 2 is 0. This one minus y sub 1, 1 over x sub 2, 0 minus x sub 1 is -1. So since it's -1, you put the brackets because the formula has got a negative already here. So you have something like this. So now you can work out things. On top you have -1. Down here when you solve, this will be positive. So it will just remain with 1, whereby the gradient will be equal to -1. Okay, so since we have the gradient here, we can now get these two formulas, either this or this one. So let's start with the first one. The first one, which looks like this. So now you go to the sub 1 and sub 2's, these coordinates, or if you want you can get this. You say this is my sub 1, x sub 1 and y sub 1. So you say y minus, where you're able to see the sub here, y sub 1, you put either this or this. If you're dealing with these coordinates, you put this, which is 0 is equal to m is a gradient we just found here, -1, and then x minus this x sub 1 is 0, this other 0, and then when we solve, you have y is equal to -x. Y is equal to -x, because if you distribute this -x by x, it's -x. -1 by -0 is just 0. So you remain with this. So now, since this is the equation of a line, we need to show the inequality. We're going to write it here. So how can we show the inequality? Looking at the way the equation is moving, or the line is moving, this one, the inequality, the way it's moving. Is it greater? Is it y is greater or is greater or equal to -x? Yes, this is greater. So this is y is greater or equal to -x. This one here. Why did I choose y is greater or equal to -x? It's because the cancelled part or the shaded part is the less part here, the down part. What we want is the greater here. So it's supposed to be y is greater or equal to x. We go to, oh, actually I said I'll show you on how to use both the equations. So if you want, you can use this one. If you want, you can use the other one, whereby you say y, after finding the gradient, this m, so you get your equation, which is here. Okay, and then once you get this equation, you now plug in the value of like the value of y. You pick one of the coordinates, either this one, let's say this one. So we'll say our y is 0, which is equal to, our m is -1. So put negative, x is equal to 0 plus c. We want to solve for c. So when we solve, we have 0 is equal to 0 plus c. So our c will just be equal to 0 here. Our c is equal to 0. So once we find that our c is equal to 0, we'll come and get everything here, like y is equal to, the gradient is -x, okay, plus 0. So y will be equal to -x. So this is how you use the other equation. So now let me go and using the same idea, this idea of finding the gradient. So you can pick two coordinates. You pick -2, 0, and where is it passing? It's here. You can also pick 0, -4. So this set of coordinates, it's for this point. This one, it's for the other point here. So you can use the idea of finding the gradient. Use the formula. You find the gradient. You find that the gradient of this equation will be equal to 2. So the gradient of this equation will be equal to 2, which is our m. We'll write it here. M is equal to 2. So you come and now use the idea of either this formula, this or this. You try to find the equation of the line, this line. So you find that your line will be equal to y is equal to 2x plus 4. So now you need to show the inequality when you check, where is it shaded? To the less. So this must be y is it's shaded to the greater, like greater up here, up of y. So y is less or equal to 2x plus 4. So this is the inequality, the other inequality. So we have 4 inequalities. This is number 4. So we have 1, you can just arrange them nicely, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also you can be part of my WhatsApp group by simply sending me a message on my WhatsApp number 0969 175701. Thank you.